Hello, so for the final project, I chose to predict whether heart disease will cause death on a patient or not. So first, I uploaded my data set, and I call it heart disease data set. And as we can see, I have 13 columns, and the most important one is the death event. So in order for me to determine whether the patient will die or not, I created two techniques, one with hyperparameter tuning, and then we have the AutoML to obtain the best model and then deploy it. So on the AutoML, first of all, what I did is I imported my data set, um, and then from the train file, which is right here, and then next I set up the AutoML configuration, and I specify my primary metric to be set as accuracy, and then I run the model. And after running the model, we can see all the different iterations. In this case, I set it up to 40. And then we can see that the best model accuracy is the voting sample at 0.8729. Then we save the model. We also get the run details with the best iteration. And then next, we're gonna obtain the best model. So I set up the best model ID, the accuracy, and then the best metrics. And then after doing that, I just save the model. Then next we have the hyperparameter tuning. So just as like the AutoML, we have to upload the data set from the train file in the form of a URL. And then if the cluster exists, then it's going to succeed. Then next we set up the hyperdrive configuration, and I set it up with the random parameter sampling. And I specified the early termination policy with the bandit policy. Next, I run the hyperdrive run, and I use my primary metric as accuracy, and I obtained my best metric was 0.7889, as we can see here. Then I obtain my run details, and then I save my best model in a form of a joblib. So we can see here we have the best run ID and then the accuracy. Then I save the best model, and then next we're gonna review the model deployment. So in the model deployment, we pretty much have to deploy one of the two models that I trained. In this case, I'm gonna be using the AutoML. And then we're gonna set up an inference configuration from the score.py script that uses this file, and then we're going to deploy it as an ACI web service and enable the application. As you can see here, we enable the application insights and authentication. Then the deployment will be run as successful. Say succeed. So here we are testing the endpoints. We are providing the scoring URI and the key, and then we are using some dummy data for each of the variables that we need to test out. And then after that, we are getting an output. In this case, we are getting 1 and 1. So for each of the patients, they're going to develop heart disease. And then we are going to get the logs and then we're going to delete the service.